Between the Lunatik Taktik Extreme and the Incipio Atlas, we prefer the Lunatik Taktik Extreme. This case performs better. You can access all the features of your phone better than the Incipio Atlas. The only saving grace for the Incipio Atlas is that it's completely waterproof, and it is very, very waterproof. The best thing about these two cases, they've got glass screen protectors.
Real usage, real reviews. MobileReviewsA.ca.
Hey, it's Aaron from MobileReviewsA.ca, and today we are going to do a comparison video between the Lunatik Taktik Extreme and the Incipio Atlas. So one of the coolest things about these two cases is that they both have glass screen protectors, and that's a pretty unique feature among all the different cases that we've reviewed. At MobileReviewsA.ca, every one of our reviews is based on real usage. So each one of these phones, we've drop tested, we've water tested if it's waterproof, and we've used them for several weeks at a time. And you can tell from the Incipio Atlas that we kind of beat the crap out of this case. Now, based on our rating scale, we gave this case, the Lunatik Taktik Extreme, 4.1 A's out of 5, and the Incipio Atlas, we gave it 3.4 A's out of 5. Now, the Incipio Atlas doesn't do very well in terms of the design and the functionality. In terms of protection, if you're looking for something that you can constantly beat the crap out of it, this isn't a bad case to get, though we still prefer the Lunatik Taktik Extreme. Now, in terms of the size of the case, you can definitely tell that the Lunatik Taktik Extreme is much larger and much thicker than the Incipio Atlas. In terms of the installation, the Incipio Atlas is actually pretty painful to put or to assemble, to unassemble and to assemble. I don't like installing screws into my iPhone cases. Screws. And the Lunatik Extreme has 6 of them. And so if your phone was to ever get wet a little bit, you're going to have a hard time getting your phone out of this case, which is a bad thing about screws. Now, the Incipio Atlas is so painful to take apart because the instructions tell you put your finger into this hole, and then you just gotta dig your fingertip into it and just pull back as hard as you possibly can. Now, in the process of taking this case apart, we've taken it apart so many times that we actually snapped the back panel. Now, I don't think this is a problem for the average user since you're only taking it out of your case maybe once or twice. We probably took this case apart probably a good 4 or 5 dozen times to do all the videos and all the reviews that we do. The build quality for the Lunatik Extreme is extremely nice. This is a $125 case. You can get it on sale for $100, or if you want to get it through us, we can give you a discount code. Just send us a message. But Lunatik gave a lot of care in terms of the materials that are used in this case, and this doesn't feel like a cheap case. This feels like this is a great case to handle with. The build quality for this case is it's phenomenal. Now, in terms of protection, the Incipio Atlas does score higher than the Lunatik Extreme only because it is waterproof. Now, we had a bit of trouble with the first Incipio Atlas. There was a hole in the bottom in one of these wire meshes, so we sent it back, and they're grateful enough, Incipio is grateful enough to send us a new one. This case is waterproof. We did a water test for it, and we also tossed it into a river. And so we still have our phone with us, and this case, again, it's very droppable as well because we did a round of skeet shooting with it. And that was kind of fun. And Agata actually did do a drop test for this case, and you can tell this little scratch here, that's from Agata dropping it face first onto a gravel parking lot. And so this screen protector, pretty tough. Now, in terms of waterproofness, the Lunatik Extreme, well, there's all these holes in it, and so it's not waterproof at all. It offers a certain level of water resistance, but again, you couldn't drop it in the toilet and be completely okay with it, or drop it into the sink and be completely okay with it. Now, in terms of droppability, we feel way more comfortable dropping our iPhone in this case than this case, mostly because there's this giant rubber bumper thing that goes around the entire case, and this one, skeet shooting, this one, we went and threw it like a batarang, like Batman would. In terms of screen protection, again, both these cases have glass screen protectors, and we've done some pretty awful things to them, and we still have screen protectors for both of these cases. So the screen protection is like a bar above almost anything else that we've come across. So the last thing that we rate against is the functionality of the two cases. And this Incipio Atlas, this latch thing is so awful. And it gets better over time, but when you first get this case, trying to take this latch off is so painful, and I just cut my fingernails. So in terms of handling and the functionality, the Incipio Atlas does not do as well as the Lunatik Extreme. You can get to everything, all the buttons and the ports quite easily with the Lunatik Extreme. With the Incipio Atlas, it's really tough. You really got to try to get to, the lightning port connector of all things. It's really tough to get to that. In terms of the screen usability, despite the fact that both of these cases have glass screen protectors, we had a lot of trouble getting the touchscreen to work well with the Incipio Atlas. We tried to do this video and it took about 8 takes for us to try to figure out if we can get to the iOS 7 control center. And apart from just smushing the iPhone to the front of this case, we could not recreate any constant successes or constant failures. So with that in mind, the screen usability for the Incipio Atlas is much lower than the Lunatik Extreme, despite the fact that they both are glass screen protectors. Now, the last thing that we score against is the screen usability. And as you can tell, I don't know if you can see it, but I've been putting my grouty fingers on the glass screen protectors, and you can definitely tell that the Incipio Atlas smudging is a big problem, whereas in Lunatik Extreme it isn't. And again, everything about the Lunatik Extreme seems just a little better than the Incipio Atlas, other than the waterproofing. The last thing I will talk about is the price, and that is this case is about $10 to $35 cheaper than this case. You can get this case on sale. This case ran us about $80, and so there is a $20 price difference between this case and the Incipio Atlas. And so it kind of shows, from our reviews anyways, or from our usage, it kind of shows that this is the more expensive case and this is a premium case. So if you're looking for something similar to the Incipio Atlas, we've got the Catalyst Survivor, or the Survivor Catalyst. We've got the Life-Proof Free and the Life-Proof Nude case, as well as the Ballistic Hydra. And we'll put them on this side of me. Similar cases to Lunatik Taktik Extreme include the Pelican CE1180, as well as the Griffin Survivor and the Otterbox Defender and the Ballistic Everyone, and those videos will be on this side. So if these cases don't quite work for you, check out these other ones. Again, we do real reviews based on real usage, so ask us any questions. I'm Aaron the Ho. I'm a reviewer at mobilereviews.ca. And so if you can go to our website, check out our website, and if you're going to purchase one of these cases, go through one of the Amazon links or go through one of the case seller links. That would greatly help us out. We love doing these reviews. It's probably the coolest thing of my entire workday that I get to do. So click subscribe. We've got lots of other comparison videos on our channel, and we also do a lot of reviews. We put out about 1 to 2 review videos a week. So click subscribe to stay on top of that. If you have any questions about these cases, leave them in the comment section below. Find us on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, all those wonderful social media platforms. And keep your phone safe with both of these cases, mostly with the Lunatik Extreme, because this is the Batman phone.